it's feeling way better. I have to go back in next week, which I'm dreading. But besides that, I'm all good. So the curse really didn't get me this time.
Well, that. I think a cracked tooth is a little more normal of an event than some of the previous ones. It's not a fun event, but it's at least a more like, not being struck by lightning type of thing.
100%. I can deal with this. I just can't deal with another kidney stone. So.
Yeah. Oh my God. No.
No, not at all. Well, welcome to our late evening sprints. Well, kind of, I guess, if you live on the East Coast.
Is 6 p.m. late? You old ladies.
Listen, I'm an old lady.
Me too. Me first.
I'm right here with you. 9 o'clock's my bedtime, so this is perfect.
Yeah, especially in the last month of the school year.
Oh, yeah.
We're not staying up late. Not at all.
And yet you say yes every year when it's in May.
I do.
And it's the end of school. So I don't want to hear it, bitch. I don't want to hear it. I literally was like, oh, shit. Hold on, stay here. No, I'm using my tablet again, and it's like, why are you live streaming from my tablet? I'm always like, are you sure? You know how busy you are, but you get first refusal, and you say yes. So
I do. I have no one to blame but myself.
Same. Mm-hmm. It's all right. I love you guys too. I can't bear to ask other people, even though I should. But I'm like, I'll just see what's going to happen to them this time.
Well, I mean, we all say yes, and then some crazy stuff happens. Although it did just stop raining, so
nice.
Very excited about that. Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jess. She may disappear from us at some point, and then we'll just have to keep it going.
Okay.
I can't really complain because we're on a burn ban right now.
Yeah.
Which is like the first time it's happened. The text message I got sent from my county was the first time it's happened since 1872. And I was like,
that is insane.
That is insane.
I have those every year.
Do you?
I have those every year. Yeah, literally at some point in the summer, every year since I've been a child, we have like burn mornings here in my.
No. Yeah. They're literally talking about us not being able to do fireworks this year in July, like if it doesn't get better. And I'm like, and of course in Florida, we never have this problem. So we're all just kind of like, what is happening?
It's a big deal. Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah. Hello, welcome in. Helen, you're so funny.
Oh, you're still here. Okay. You're going to bed. All right, Helen. I was going to say, Helen was like, I might stay up. And I was like, you could also go to bed. Like, that's fine.
Isn't it really late for her?
Yes, it's like super late.
Yeah. I think it's midnight, girl, or 11. It's late.
It's 11 because it was, that's when I started too. Yeah, it's late.
Yeah, it's 11.
No.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No. Mm-hmm. Love to see you, but please go get some sleep.
Yeah, you're amazing. I know it's your live stream, but Kyan, what are you reading? I feel like I haven't heard what you were doing at all. I talked to everybody else basically. So what are you doing?
So I binged Bad Bishop today.
Nice.
So just finished that. And then, okay, it is 11 p.m. over there. Okay, so yeah, go to bed. Hello. And then I'm in between. I kind of want to pick up, what is the name of it? Unholy Vows, because I want to read the one that you sent in the group message, but I like to read things in order. So, that's the first one I recommended, so it's worth more points anyway. It is, and I mean the cover's pretty hot too, so I was like, you can't really go wrong with this one. So I know a little bit about it, but I was kind of like, I'll just read it. So yes, I'm about to start that one.
Renato is a sexy motherfucker. I will tell you all that. Jess can agree. She read that one.
I second this. I finished that book in one setting. I couldn't put it down. I was obsessed. So definitely a good one.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited about it. But yeah, no, so Fury Bound came out this week, and I started it, and then I had to finish it, and then so I've just been, I finished that, and then now I'm like diving into all my Mafia.
You finished it? Oh, bitch. Okay, don't talk to us.
I know. I'm honestly
don't talk
jealous.
to us.
I wanted to do that, and I was like,
we want to read it so bad.
So it's killing me.
When we got off of our live on Thursday, everybody, Jess and I talked about fantasy for like 20 minutes afterwards because I definitely want to read Fury Bound, but like I have Mafia and then I have Patreon stuff, and I'm like, you just have to wait. You just have to wait. But yeah.
Yeah. No, no spoilers, but
yeah, don't talk. Just move along.
Just message me when you guys are done, because I have thoughts, but I had to get answers because I just reread Direbound, and I was like, okay, no, we're going straight into this. But now everyone's like, oh, I haven't finished it yet, so I'm just sitting over here like, okay.
I know. It's difficult. I can't drop everything for books these days. I wish I could, man, but like, I mean,
I know.
Kaya knows how backed up I get.
You do get super backed up. You really do. It's
whatever. You haven't read like 5% of the like 50 books I've annotated for you in the last 4 years. So don't tell me, bitch. Don't tell me nothing.
I'm actually going to do it over the summer because it's going to be like a vlog series that I'm doing. Like, hey, Jen's annotated all these books for me. Like, let's finally read them.
Everyone. Kine is literally my first patron, has never left the tier of annotated book for 4+ years, which you add that all up, that is 50 damn books. That is 50 books, okay? 50 of them. And I think I've seen her read like 3 of them, if she hadn't already read them before. I mean...
You know what? I am going to have to go and calculate this, and then I will bring back...
It's more than 3. But it makes me laugh
all of
so
them.
much.
That's for sure. No,
but some of the best ones, though, you haven't read yet. So it's good stuff. But
no, I have so many. It's really funny, too, because, and I think we kind of are all like this as readers. Sometimes I get like really excited for something, and then I'm like, oh, I'll save that for like a rainy day.
Oh, of course.
When I need it. Right. And then I'm like, anyway.
Yeah. No, it just makes me laugh about it. Obviously, I love it. I mean, I'm doing what I love full time, but it makes me laugh because I'm like the most expensive subscription some people have, and they're not reading the books. I'm like, that's not my fault. So
it really isn't. It's totally on me.
I love it.
No, but I do have the next. Is it Stolen Touches that is on my TBR for this weekend? I think it is. Because that's my next one in the series.
So good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love that series.
I'm doing the entire series for her this year, so.
Yeah, because I kept going. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Oh, those are the books I normally hold off on and like save for when I'm in a reading slump or something. I know if I pick up one of those, I'm good. So I never read those like as they come out. I hold on to them.
Yeah. Well, her audio comes out a bit delayed anyway, too. So that's nice because then when you're ready for them, you have them all staved up.
What's the top any ideas you're looking forward to? I don't think this is a fair question. Okay, let's talk. She just did
It's a good question.
Wolf. It is a really good question. The Julia Wolf series, I really need to get to it because not only do I love the covers, but thanks to Jenn, I started reading Julia Wolf. So I do want to get to that series.
Love to hear it.
Yeah, so it'd be that one, and then the Pam Godwin series.
Yes, I did do those. Yep. I know someone. Part of the reason I put that on the annotated pre-order is I had some people buy that, so that will be annotated for eventually when you're ready to do the 4th book whenever you get there. So.
Yeah, so those would be the 2, the Pam Godwin series and then Julia Wolf's newest series are the 2 that I'm most looking forward to. Yeah. I still have to read, I haven't even read this one yet because I knew I was going to annotate it for Daniela, so I didn't read it on ebook because I was like, I will just have to read it immediately again, but we got the beautiful really cover in. I know, this series is so good. I love this series so much.
So I have high hopes, and this one is a double whammy one because it's two kids from two different books or from two different parents. So of course that doesn't even make sense. Of course everyone has parents, but you get what I mean. From books that she wrote. It's the kid.
So it's the second Jenn series, basically.
Well, yes, right? But the whole series is. But I mean, this last one is a double whammy because it's one of their friends' kids from college that gets with their kids. So that's what I mean.
Oh, cute.
This whole series is second gen, but
yeah,
literally, I had one sip of my drink and I start sweating. I am ridiculous. It is 65 degrees in my house. I have one sip of brandy and I'm like sweating. I know I have a sweater on, but I was freezing before I sat my ass down here.
And that's usually how it happens, though. We just can't, at least I can't drink like I used to. Don't know about y'all.
Yeah, can't do it. Jess, how is your series going?
I'm obsessed. I actually went to order the special editions and realized I already owned them, so that was a fun little surprise. Dark, definitely dark. I understand why I had so many warnings, but I'm very also upset to realize I'm almost done the third book in this series. I can't tell you the name of it because they all sound exactly the same. Yeah. So until Retribution Burns, I have 39 minutes left. And then I have to start the fourth book because I didn't realize it was a 4-book series. I thought it was a trilogy. So that is very sad.
Do you even have any points after the first one?
Yeah.
Like, what's your bingo board look like? Like, I mean, like, was it able to hit other prompts?
I'm not going to hit is... Okay, I actually have a question. So, Irish Mob... Since there is Irish Mob into Sora, would that have counted?
It's one of the main characters.
Okay, then
one of the main characters has to be in it.
Okay, so he's not a main character. So I have Cosa Nostra, Irish Mob, and Bratva are the only ones I have open after all of these books.
Oh, nice. Okay,
so
good.
That's not bad. So no, I probably won't black out, but that's okay.
Well, I don't think really. I mean, I won't say no one will. People will surprise me, but as I was saying to Helen, like that was kind of the point this time. It's also why there's a max of 4 bingos. So it's like you can still get 4 bingos without maxing out your board. And
I'm okay with it. I'm having fun with this series. I was going to try to not read the 4th book, but no, I need to know what's going to happen. So
4 is, you go, girl. You go. I told you, I knew you would like them. I knew you would like them. That's just, I just was like this crazy motherfucker. I'm done.
He is so unhinged, and I am obsessed with him completely.
Yeah. This is, well, okay. Obviously, this is like, it's not a spoiler, but it kind of is because I'm going to explain a trope. So if anyone doesn't want to know the trope in this, skip or mute for a second. But one of the reasons particularly it is that I don't like and trope is even the wrong thing. I don't know. But it's an effect of gaslighting when you blame someone for fighting against something you're forcing them into anyway.
Yeah.
And then like if they don't react exactly how you expect them to, you're punishing them. And like I hate that when it's a main character doing it, because guess what? Death, the book that I just finished last night, she's kidnapped in the beginning. And that guy does that to her. And it was making me laugh because I was thinking about you reading these. And I'm like, wow, everything this motherfucker's doing that he's going to get his dick chopped off for is what the hero or the man does in Jess's. Like literally Santiago asked her which body part of this fucker she wants. And she says, you're going to cut off his manhood for me. She says manhood because she's so cute and innocent, even though she's been abused by this guy. But he's like, oh, honey, that will be the last thing, but it's coming off. And then I'm like, oh, that's also what like rape does to her.
Oh, everything. He has tortured this poor girl. It's actually horrible, but she's starting to get some autonomy. She's starting to come into herself, and I think she's going to be kick-ass by the end. I hope. That is my hope.
Yeah, but that's the same with like Twist Me, the ultimate beginner. Like he literally that one is Stockholm Syndrome because he turns her into him. Like by the end of the Twist Me trilogy, she literally is like doing what he did. Like is what Stockholm Syndrome is. People get that wrong all the time. Sorry, not we're here for the rants and boozy Jen here.
Fine.
People always get it wrong. Just because you fall for your captor doesn't mean it's Stockholm syndrome. You could just be brainwashed, or you could just be a survival technique, but that's not Stockholm syndrome. Stockholm syndrome comes from a specific event. I always bring it up. It came from a kidnapping and hostage situation. And it's because they began to feel empathy and started to act like their captors. That is what Stockholm syndrome is. Beauty and the Beast is not Stockholm syndrome, people. It's just her falling for her kidnapper. They're separate things. Anyway, people throw Stockholm syndrome around as like a bad thing. And I don't know if people knew, but like, they survived the people who originally had Stockholm syndrome, and they weren't raping and murdering people. They kept them captive for a hostage situation. It was bad. Yes. Yeah. It was a heist. And they ended up having empathy and were willing to like go to bat for their kidnappers and stuff. They weren't being like abused. I mean, yes, they couldn't leave, and in the beginning they would have killed them if they got away. I'm not saying it isn't a crime, but it's not Beauty and the Beast. Everyone likes to say that whenever she falls for the bad guy. And I'm like, no, that is a very specific thing. It's like calling an orange a clementine. They're not the same fruit, even if they look similar and like whatever, they are different fruit. Okay, they're different things. Anyway, words matter, people. Words matter. And as a dark romance lover, it annoys me when people call Beauty and the Beast Stockholm syndrome as this thing, and I'm like, it's not.
It's really not.
It's a captor captive. It's not good. I'm not saying that makes it healthy, but if the only way to show that it's a bad situation is to call it Stockholm syndrome, you're missing the boat. You can just say he kidnapped her and she falls for her kidnapper. Thank you, girl. That's fucked up. You don't have to name it a syndrome to make it more serious. It's just bad. A captor captive is just bad. That's fine. We know it's fucked up. That's why we're reading dark romance. Okay.
Yeah. I hate when people say that about Beauty and the Beast because it is my favorite Disney movie, and they're just like, oh, well, you know, and I'm like, just don't say it, please, because I'm about to get really angry about it, and I just don't have time for it.
And I always go back to, he was a fucking child that got turned into a beast. What child is supposed to be opening the door for a crazy witch who's trying to sell him a flower?
That part.
He was a child.
I think we're missing the boat here. I think we're missing like the real problems. But you know, whatever.
Who's really the problem? The witch trying to literally what's it called? When you solicit, she's trying to solicit sales by selling them a rose
to a child,
and turned her away. Yep, to a child, because in the original, I think he's like 14 or between 12 or 14. What his age is?
Young
because the rose is supposed to fall by the time he's like. Well, in the story, they freeze time. But I think in the original, it's supposed to be like by the time he's 21, he's supposed to be stuck there or something. But they in other versions, they freeze time, which is fine, whatever. But like, his brain wouldn't even be developed, and he's supposed to have known this shit. So it's more, to my opinion, about like taming a feral beast is what Beauty and the Beast is about. And that's the trope that everyone repeats, is the part that he's truly a monster. And it's like, show me a child who doesn't act like a monster. Like, my sister calls my 4-year-old niece a monster because she's a three-nager, is what you call her, a monster. Like, her insides are a monster if you would turn her outside into her inside. But she's 3. She's not a grown-ass woman. She's a child. So anyway, I am going to stop now. We should maybe do a sprint, or we'll just talk about this all night long. And I have to eat my food.
But how long have you guys been going for sprints? Do we not care? Just 5s?
Whatever you want. 45, 50, whatever you want.
Okay, let's do. I have it for 45. We'll see how we feel after it.
I personally think 45 is the perfect amount of time, so I'm down for that.
Okay, perfect. Love that.
Or whatever.
All right. Here we go.
Bye.
Listen, this book starts off wild.
A little bit.
Did you pick Unholy Vows? What'd you pick?
Unholy Vows.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was just sitting over here minding my own business, and I was like, "Oh, right into it. Got it."
I feel like Bad Bishop also starts off wild.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing like that first scene to really like set the mood in Bad Bishop.
Yeah, I was cringing hard. I was not expecting that when I started.
No, and I don't think there really has been a whole lot of talk about it either. So like, I was like, and I was like, gross.
There's enough other things to talk about in that book that doesn't even.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 15% in, so we've like just started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one, I absolutely understand why Helen picked this one. I don't think anyone else has of the hosts has tried Helen's yet.
Is it the Call Girl one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so unique. It's so good. And that's like besides what the sexual relationship has going on, because when she when you read the blurb of that one and it says he likes her disgust and disdain and stuff, that makes you think like, is this going to be a humiliation kink type thing or whatever? Mm-hmm. Which that's not how it feels when you're reading them.
Okay.
It's clear that he has some like hatred of what he's a part of, but it's not like, tell me I'm gross or something, like he's not getting off on her like hating him. He's getting off on her acting like he's a criminal, which he is a criminal, and still being attracted to him. Like that's what he likes. Mm-hmm. So that's the sex part. But the actual thing of it is like this woman is trying to find her sister, and a detective convinces her to be a call girl for one night to get some information. Not expecting this boss guy to be at the dinner she goes to. So that's the setup, is that he ends up like actually hiring her then, where she was only supposed to be fake hired for this.
Yeah.
And then he's interested. And so the setup is then the detective is like, whoa. Nobody's able to get an in with this guy. You can't be done. Now that he's interested in you, you can't just have one night. Like you have to find out more. So that's the setup of it. And it's fascinating because she's right with it being like Albanian. That's different. But it's literally like the Albanian mafia, like deep lore about them and all this stuff. So it's also not just like a Neva book where she just picks different mafia so that there's a different mafia in each book.
Yeah.
It's like the setup of the story is very deeply involved with what the lore of the Albanian mafia is, and like how different it is from like other mafias too. So it's like, if you're a lover of mafia romance, this is also fascinating. So really intrigued, and way more than just what that explanation of like the type of sex he likes to have is about, because that's just the element that gets her close to him. That's not what the whole book is about. Like she's trying to find her sister who disappeared. So very good so far. I can totally see why she'd pick one like this. And it's interesting too, because on the sprint I did with Helen, we were talking about she's working on a video that is about the history of mafia romance. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be great. I can't wait to see what she comes up with. But the reason why this book is interesting to me is because one of the things we talked about is like Annika Martin hasn't written mafia in a while. We talked about this on Jess's live too. But she's one of the OGs who wrote it, and she just hasn't written it in a long time. So it's fun for me because this is a new release, but she's writing the type of Mafia that an old school Mafia author would write. Like, it doesn't just get off on being like, oh, there's an arranged marriage, or oh, there's a captive, or oh, there's a whatever. Like, there's a full story going on. That's like a suspense romance. Plus, he's a Mafia Don at the same time. So I just think that is just not how Mafia books are written these days. The Mafia is the inciting incident. It's the whole point of it. The structure of the Mafia, the arranged marriage, the rival families, or something like that is what the point of the book is. And this one, there's other stuff happening. So very good. I'm only 30% into it, so we'll see what the romance does. But I can already tell this is one to recommend to people because it's really good. So anyway, very much liking it. Yes.
I received the, oh, cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it overall. Gave it 4.5.
Yeah.
Looking at the stories. Okay, so I guess I'm going to have to read this one too. I wrote it down.
I have the audiobook. I just don't think I'm going to get it during this readathon, but I want to read it.
I mean, again, I'll see how the romance plays out, but I mean, I definitely think y'all should, because it's so unique, and yet it has the stuff we like. Yeah, very good. Yep.
Yeah, I looked it up. It has all the stuff it does because it's enemies, underground. It's all the good stuff.
Yep. But Jess, are you going to tell everyone what was happening?
The Stockholm Syndrome?
Yeah.
So as I'm reading this book, the friend of the main character goes, "What's wrong with you? You've changed. You have Stockholm Syndrome." And I burst out laughing because my immediate thought was, oh God, don't let Jenn hear this. So I put her in because I don't think I don't think this heroine would be classified as having Stockholm Syndrome, although she is starting to turn more into him. She's very much I don't think it fits her.
Nope.
But Wraith just did something to actually really anger me, and he's done some deplorable things to this woman already, but he did something that is a trigger for me. So now I've kind of turned on him, but I still have to read book 4. So we'll see.
Now I've turned on him.
Yeah, she had to have another point.
He did something bad, really bad. So now I'm oh, I don't know.
What series is this?
The Beauty and Lies series by Adelaide Forrest.
Yeah. It's Until Tomorrow Ends ones, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
But the first book is cute because the first book is how they meet. No, it is. The first book really is cute. There's nothing bad that happens.
Yeah, he's just lying to her the whole time. It's super cute.
He's gaslighting the hell out of her the entire first book, but it's cute. The second book is a rough read because he's really putting her through it. The third book, you think they're getting better, and then things happen, and I have no idea what's going to happen in the fourth one, but I'm curious.
Yep. Did you finish it? You'd only had 39 minutes left.
I have 2 minutes left of the audio, but it's going to be epilogue, so I'm just going to start the next one.
Nice.
Okay. Well,
which is good because I think this is the most I've ever read during this readathon because it's going to be book 5.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, because she started with your book, Kyan. She did Tesoro first. I forgot about that.
Which I loved.
I did too.
So good.
Yeah, I really liked it. I read it not last
Well, I hope so.
I need to keep going because the next book's coming out soon.
Well, they're all out. Well, I mean, the 3 out. There's one more coming.
Yeah, there's the 4th one that's coming soon, right? Is that the one I'm thinking of?
No, the 3rd one just came out. His Empress came out in April.
Okay, so that's the one I was thinking about because I'm actually really excited to see. I'm excited about all the couples, but I think the third book's the one that I'm kind of like really intrigued by.
Yeah, because that one I had forgotten because I didn't remember the relations, but Dimitri is Sophia's brother, and it's her brother and Mateo's sister is what the third one is. Yep.
So yes, I need to continue the series.
I think I'm going to continue as well because I really like that first book.
Yep.
I mean, there was one point in the book where I got annoyed with it.
Yeah, we know. We know.
We went on the reading sprint and I was loving the book, and then we got off the reading sprint and I was like, I just changed my mind. I'm angry now.
There's a period of time where you're really, really upset, and then you kind of like swing back and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. 100%. We literally talked about it last night because she's like, something happened, and I was like, I know, it happens to all of us. It's why that book isn't a 6-star read for me, because of the third act conflict. And it's not what everyone thinks. It's not just the typical. It's a specific thing he does where you're just like, why did you have to do that?
Yeah.
But on the positive note, I never tell anyone this. In the third book, I think she got the feedback how pissed people were because somebody kind of rips him a new asshole for how he treated Sophia, which felt very good because I was like, yeah, you've been perfect, and then you do that shit, and like, no.
Literally, you can't say anything about it though because you just have to let people like experience it for themselves. But no, I remember reading it and just being like, ugh.
Well, in every single review says this was perfect, but this is my favorite, but everybody has the same problem. So when everybody has the same problem, exactly. Well, I know that's why it's not just a preference thing, right? Like it's one thing if a third act conflict is people are like, oh, I hate a third act breakup or whatever. That's a personal trope problem. You have to have conflict in a third act conflict. So I myself hate a third act breakup. I get annoyed, but if it's set up that there's a good reason, then I'm just like, oh, this annoyed me, but like they always annoy me. It doesn't matter how good the author is. When every person's review is like, that was out of character, it was out of character. That's not just one person's opinion. That's you as the author taking the feedback that like it's out of character. And maybe you shouldn't have done it that way.
Yeah, because I really do remember reading it and being like, oh. And then I got mad, obviously. Like, I was mad. But, like, at first I was like, this isn't okay. And then I mean, obviously I kept reading and, like, we rebound and all that. But, no, I was just, sir.
Yep, it's all right. It's all right. He grovels. It's fine. It's okay.
He does.
But, yeah.
It was Juliet 4 stars. It was cute, but 2 insta love. Oh.
Well, my love, Romeo and Juliet is insta love. So it's a retelling. It's a retelling, y'all. Literally, his name is Romeo and hers is Juliet. So I don't disagree, Lizelle. That wasn't me critiquing you. I'm just saying it is insta love because that's Romeo and Juliet.
Yes, it is. That is exactly what happened to our 2-star cross lovers, for sure. Except for Dragon Quest series, The Devil We Crave is coming out the 26th of this month.
Yep.
May was stacked.
So many releases in May. Non-stop releases.
Yeah.
Actually, April was like a bigger thing for me, but I'm still catching up.
What do you call it? You have Fury Bound, then you have the next one, the next one in the Silver Elite series, and
Broken
then the next
Dove.
one, Broken Dove, and then the next one in
Dragon Books.
Yeah, Sarah.
The Moon Touch.
When the Moon hatched.
When the Moon hatched. So it's like I'm like, oh my gosh, just dropping everything.
And then last month at the end, the Sea Spinner came out, Rights of the Starling came out, like all of these other sequels. So it's just been every week a sequel has released.
Yeah, they were like, you know what we should do every single week? A chunky sequel should release to really.
Super chunky.
Although when I was just making I just did my anticipated summer release, and it's funny because you can tell like April, May was the fantasy stack releases. Yeah. June is the contemporary stack releases, and 4 of my favorite authors all have new series starting. 3 of which all start the same day. A.L. Jackson, Kristen Proby, and I just froze. One other one, all have their new series start the same day. And then the other one's like a week after. So,
I'm so excited for A.L. Jackson's new series.
Yes, very excited. I still haven't read the last one in the other series because it was too busy.
Because I needed, like I said, I was saving it for when I really needed it.
It's the biggest one, and the audiobook is like 13 hours. And I was why is this as long as a fantasy book? I can't do this right now. And then but then if you don't read it when you're supposed to, then the freight train of all the other releases coming is right behind it. And I don't even know if I'll get to Brink of Bliss before the new series starts. I hope I do, but I don't know if I will, so.
Okay, so the only book I've read by A.L. Jackson is From Here to Eternity. I just looked it up because I was like, I know that author sounds familiar.
Yeah.
That's hilarious because I haven't read that one. I
only what I read.
You started with book 2?
I started with whatever that one was.
From Here to Eternity was the start of the series, Kyan.
Was it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's the first one with Charlie and what's his name?
One that has the stars on the front of it. Well, the discrete cover does. I started with. Why can I not?
Because I'm pretty sure you've read all of Moonlit of that, and From Here to Eternity.
One really killed it. And I started with Give Me a Reason, which is the first in the Redemption Hills book.
Okay.
Yeah, I started there
because From Here to Eternity is the first book in Moonlit.
It is, and I loved him and her, but him.
Yeah. The start of that series was pretty epic. And then in that series, though, my favorite one is probably, I can't tell you which one, but it's the one where he owns the motel, where he's the host of the people. So the mom and the grandma, the mom and the kid, like that one is my favorite one. So.
Beyond the Blue Horizon. It's the last one I read, so like in that one. Yeah. So it was a good one.
Jess, funny story, of every book that I've read by A.L. Jackson, only one of them did not have a single parent in it.
Huh.
She writes single parent in every single book that she does, except her fantasy book.
She loves it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love a parent, so it works.
Me too. I don't have a problem with it. No, I had been reading her for a couple years, and I'm like, is everyone a single parent? And then I started going through all the books I've read of hers, and at that point, every single one had either a single mom or single dad, or both, or they were both single parents. And then book 2 in the Moonlit one isn't, but they end up having a baby by the end. And when I interviewed her, I was like, do you have a thing for single parents? And she's like, yes, I do. And I was like, there's no problem with it. I'm just saying, I've read 10 of your books now, and only one of them didn't have a single parent, except for the one where they were teenagers, which is her fantasy series. The one character is a teenager, so they don't. And then she made like a TikTok about that later that I was like, yeah, I know I'm not the first person to point that out to you, but every single one's a single parent. But it has immediate stakes.
I didn't realize she was Vision of Darkness. I did read 2 of her books. I read that too. When you said fantasy, I was like, wait a second.
Yes. Yeah, did you read the second one, Jess?
Nope, just the first.
Okay, yeah. I DNF'd the second one. I really don't understand that world. Sorry, I don't think she'll watch this thing, but I don't understand it. Even after I interviewed her and got to ask questions about it, I still have no idea what was going on.
Fair. I gave it 3 stars the first book, so I don't think I can continue.
I haven't read it, so...
It's weird. It's interesting, and I like what she was trying to do. And after interviewing her, like... Well, okay, this isn't, I don't have to hide this, but she has someone in her life who was in a mental health place. And so she says that a lot of this book was based on watching that experience happen and like what it could be like if you actually were seeing a different world in your mind, but people thought you were crazy. Like, what would you do? So her reason for creating this series, I think, is fascinating, but also based on the interview, she started this series like 10 years ago, and just never had the opportunity to like get it published or whatever. And so when she was approached to do a Trad Pub deal, because that was technically a Trad Pub series, it was with like, but never got, like, they never gave it the attention it deserved, which was kind of a bummer. Like, I think it could have been given attention and people would have liked it in places. But it also is that thing where, like, I kind of feel like I can tell this was an idea that you had 10 years ago, but yet the development is still at the level it would have been 10 years ago. And then you were asked to make it a series, and so you did, but you never changed or evolved the story that you came up with as an idea 10 years ago. And maybe that's just me. I also don't think it should have been it's basically a YA duet that was not promoted that way. And it should have been, and then it should have been really leaned into that stuff. Like, I kept waiting. I know I sound like a horny old lady, but I kept waiting for this to be like an adult romance, but she started as a teenager, and I'm like, oh no, where's this going? And then it wasn't. It was like the first one was like closed door, basically. And then the second one, I don't know where it goes to, but I DNF'd it because I was like, I can't stand how this is being told.
Yeah.
Which is a bummer. Like, I hate feeling that way, but yeah, it was rough. And the narration, and the narration used two different tenses. I really rarely like that when you use, did that one have third person and first, or did it have first and second? I think it had a second. Did that one have second POV in it?
Ooh.
I don't remember now. But either way, like, the one world is in third person and the other world is in first person, or however, and I just don't love that. Anyway, it's very jarring when you're listening to it. So
anyway, in general, like, I really, really struggle with third.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it bums me out because I have said for years reading A.L. Jackson that her words are meant to be fantasy words, because she basically writes like a fantasy author when writing dark romance, to the point that I can't read her books with my eyes. I can only listen to them because of the flowery writing, and the way she sets up a page sometimes will look like a poem on the page. And so they're made to be listened to. And then when she did a fantasy, I was like, this is your opportunity, babe. This is the opportunity. Yeah. But this is why I say, I think she wrote those books a long time ago. Yeah. And then just like refreshed them for now. So I didn't end up getting the fantasy purple prose that would have been appropriate in this world, especially in the dream state, or things like that. It was made to, her writing is made to be like that. And then it just wasn't there. So anyway, this is not about a review of A.L. Jackson. Sorry about that, but that just happened.
No, it's funny you think that, though, because I said something very similar about Gianna Darling's writing.
Oh, yes, babe.
Her prose would do so well with a fantasy book. Like, the way she writes, her writing is gorgeous. So... Yeah, it totally agree with you there too. I specifically feel that way about her biker series, though, because I don't find her writing is the same in the Hollywood series, and I don't feel that way about her like Mafia books as much. The biker ones, I mean, I'm saying it. Some of those are incomprehensible to me when I go back to reread them. Which I've said this, guys, one of the books I annotated for Kyan a long time ago was revisiting a Gianna Darling, and I was so excited. People, I can't tell you how excited I was to reread it, and I'm reading it, and I'm like, oh my God, I hate this. And I was disgusted with myself. I'm not blaming anyone else, because I was so excited when Kyan picked it,
because I was like, oh my God, a reason to reread this book. I love this book. And then I read it and I was like, oh, like, and maybe it's because I've been reading her books she's written 10 years after that and then going back. But her biker speak, the amount of times that like weird slang was used, the like, also just that age gap no longer works for me when he is her student. Oh yeah. It did not work as a 30-year-old. It did not work for me.
As a teacher, I couldn't do it. So that's the only book I don't reread because I'm like, I thought this was kind of cringy like the first time I read it.
I'm sorry, in fucking class, he gives her an orgasm. Sorry, I had to scream right then. Ew! Sorry.
Only because of that dynamic, though. That's the only, like, I love the book. I just, like, as a teacher, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this.
No, it's the same for me. I read it before I started teaching, and I don't teach that age group, so it, like, felt even cringier because I teach younger children. So
I was in my preschool room when I started the book, and I'm reading it, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this.
I teach 4th and 5th grade, so like I still have mad love for them, but I don't know until I move on from the teaching profession if I could ever go back and like view it the same.
Yeah. There's just something about how that one does it though, because I don't have as many problems with other students. I just reread Dark Notes. And that is also stuff happening in class. There's another one by Charlie Rose. Like, I still like those. I'm not saying teachers would have to like them because I'm not actually a teacher. So that wasn't why.
Mine's like a blanket thing for all. I
get it.
Dark Notes I'm okay with for some reason. I have no idea why, but I think it's because I hate to say this, how mature she is, which once again, hate to say it, but she essentially raised herself. So, like, I kept seeing her as an adult. But
that's how Pam writes it, too.
Exactly.
No, and that's what, to, like, swing, to, like, categorize this, too. There was just a time, like, 5-6 years ago, that the way taboo romance was written, we were just more accepting of it because there just wasn't any other choices, really, to scratch that itch of that type of dynamic and the complex. The moral complexity is half of the fun. And now books are dark because he's a stalker or because he's watching you or because he kidnaps you, right? It's that whole dilemma of not all taboo romances have to be dark. Sometimes they're just taboo for a thing. But now that's not really a line people walk, because if it's going to be taboo but be contemporary, people will hate it because they're like, ew, this feels gross. But if it's taboo and you make it dark, then people are like, oh, but it's dark. I don't have to rationalize anything. Where I'm like, it's fiction. You don't have to rationalize it at all. You can just read it. But there is just something about those. And I feel the same way about the Dark Side one, where she's 17 and he's in his 30s and his kids are old. Like, I can't go back to that one either. I can't go back before the third book. I cannot do that one.
My favorite one.
I know, but I can't.
Read Welcome to the Dark Side one time. Love Zeus. I'm not a hater of it, but like,
I like their other stuff together. But watching her be a child writing to him, I'm like, but
it was
no shame to anyone.
No, absolutely not. I know that's like obviously a lot of people like that is their favorite one. Whatever, totally fine. No judgment whatsoever. But it's just so funny that series starts out with that student-teacher dynamic, and then you're just like, damn, what fresh hell awaits you in the third book?
Yeah.
Oh my god, books like back to back too.
Yeah. But books like 6 and 7 are some of my favorite ever. Like, I loved Dead Man Walking, though that one was hard to reread some years later. I also annotated that for someone, and that was harder upon a reread after watching the stuff that she like survives and then watching the relationship. That one's tough. But that's one where her
Inked in Lies, though. That one's perfection. That's
so good. And the last book is my, like, I love that relationship and how fucked up all that stuff is in the last book. That I waited like 14 months for that book. Like, dear God,
that was a wild time.
That was crazy. And but I loved that one, how that all played out. And honestly, for me, the time jump in that one is what makes it like work so well. Whereas the other ones, they are that age in the book. They are that old. And I'm just like, but I wonder how it'll be different. Like Gianna is married and has a kid now. And I just got to say, like, a lot of times once you have a kid, you can't write that stuff anymore. Not that you can't, you know, and Pam Godwin sure still does. Okay. You sure still can. But a lot of authors can't. In the same way that you guys as teachers, you struggle to like read certain things in yours. Like to write them, people struggle once they have kids. They're like, can't do it.
The series that like I've had on my shelves and like I've been trying to read for like the longest is the Off Balance series.
Yes.
And
read it. It's amazing. It's one of my favorite series of all time.
It will be hard for me because I'm just like, it's just like the power dynamic of knowing that like you're the person. I don't know. Will I give it a try? Absolutely.
I read this OG series when you could only read it on her website when it was banned off of Amazon, and she was only 15. She was only 15 in that one.
They changed her name, or they changed her age. They did up it a little bit, but that series is so addicting. I could not. I actually read some of the books physically, which I never do. It took me forever.
I somehow, because she had to go silent while she made all those changes, and then the last book when it came out, I was on her art team for the last book, and I loved it. I sobbed, I cried, but I still maintain that like I didn't love how the last book went, but whatever. We don't have to talk about that. I love that series. It is so toxic. Probably the most toxic series I've ever read.
So toxic.
It's so fucked up. And I binged at the time I read it, there was the 4 books out. And again, I had to buy them all from her website. She was banned on Amazon, which is honestly hilarious to me that it was. But I mean, not hilarious or whatever, but I mean, the things that exist on there now when it's like, but it also, the scandal and stuff with Simone Biles had just happened when that series was coming out and everything. So people were just like, you can't do this. Where I'm like, taboo romance can do whatever the fuck it wants. Don't read it. It is not offending you by existing. There are no Olympic coaches reading this getting ideas. It's women mostly reading it, and they're not getting, I'm not going to all of a sudden think it's appropriate in real life because I read it in a book. Okay, that has never been a thing in my entire life. But yeah, the scandal with like Simone Biles and the court case and all that stuff was happening like when the series was coming out. So she got banned. But.
I don't know what version of the paperbacks that I have, and now I'm kind of interested to see.
Well, if you have a paperback, if you have a paperback, you have the
OG?
the old the newest
if it's
version.
The black paperback with the people on it, it's probably an OG one, I would say.
Yeah, I have the black paperback.
There's 2 paperbacks now, I believe.
Yeah. Well, no, but I mean, the edition that you could buy as a physical copy had the updated age, I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
Before you couldn't buy physical copies of the OG ones.
I bought them off her website.
I don't believe so.
So I will check them out and report back.
I have the black ones off her website too, and they have the older age because I bought all of them. I have like 4 different versions of the series, but I'm pretty sure they all have the like aged up age.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're all the aged up age.
Listen, I'm willing to read the first book and see how I feel. But I kind of feel like after listening to you guys, I should probably wait till summer when like I don't really have to have a bedtime.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Because the endings are all I'm literally drinking out of a Malish mug that's like from Lucia Franco's shop right now. Like that is how obsessed I am with this series. I never talk about it because it's not fantasy romance, but it is one of the top like 5 series of all time for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will read it over the summer.
Yeah.
It's so good.
All right. Okay. Are we going to sprint again? I got to edit more of my video. So that's why I'm like, I got to finish up my
might drop during the sprint. I'm going to sprint for like 20 minutes, but I don't know if I'll make it back. So if I do not, it was very nice talking to everybody.
Yes.
Right. Yes. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, right?
Yes. I'm going to try to catch the end.
Okay. Sounds good.
Alrighty. Here we go. Sorry. My siblings called. And then I was like, oop, gotta get back on. Yikes, bye. And I just hung up on
them. Love it.
My younger brother, so it's me, my sister, my brother, and he gets like very like in his feelings sometimes and like nostalgic. And then like we'll get on. And obviously now that includes my brother-in-law, right? And my sister's pregnant. So like, you know, we've been trying to yap more often and things like that. And so he'll just call and be like, how's everybody doing? And I'm just like, hey. So yeah, we just yapped.
Cute.
He is when he wants to be.
Mm-hmm.
How's your editing going?
Oh, that's done. Yep, it's uploading.
Perfect.
It's going to take a long time.
Is this your one for tomorrow?
No, it's the Outlander recap.
Oh. I don't know anything about Outlander, but I've heard I've heard that people have had big feelings about it recently.
Well, yeah, this is the last season.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Their purpose, in my opinion, and that of the author, they're literally trying to force a Game of Thrones feel. Like, she all but confirmed it, that, like,
okay.
Think of how much chatter the final season got when they went ape shit, right?
Yes.
And nobody's really talked about Outlander besides the hardcore fans in the last, like, 3 seasons. Because guess what? They've been good and just been following shit for the most part.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of like, oh, we need to get some chatter. So there's a few specific things that they did that, I mean, they just blew it all up. But it appears that, you know, it was on purpose. They knew what they were doing. They knew that it made people angry. And the thing is, it absolutely worked, right? Like, my recap of the episode that they went apeshit on is the best video I've had in like 2 years. You know, and I don't love that. Like, I don't. It pushed me over 25K. It's given me a boost when the beginning of the year's been shitty. And like, I only rant on recap shows. Like, well, that's not true. I just lied by that. Like, I rarely rant about books unless I really, really hate them, because I DNF them before we get to that point. There are usually specific elements I rant about. I don't rant about a whole book being awful. I'll rant about things.
Yep,
I don't like gaining attention by being negative. But I'm committed to this fucking shit. I've been doing the recaps for 5 years. I'm not just going to stop. Yeah. And it's super divisive. They've fully split the fandom between book and show readers, where before we were all kind of on the same level. And it isn't just that they made a crazy thing. They made characters do stuff that characters wouldn't do. And that is always going to be a problem with fans who are paying attention, because we're like, you can't just say then, oh, well, if you don't like it, don't watch. People aren't going to do that when they've been watching for a decade. Like, they're not just going to stop when they've been into it for 15 years. Like, you can't just say that and then have that be your rebuttal. And people want to do that. I'm like, no, you have to answer for the fact that you fucking blew it up. You blew it up. And people get to be mad. So anyway, that's what happened.
No, because I haven't read the books and I have been wanting to watch the show, but I'm very much like a book first girly. And I was like, if I'm going to make this commitment, I want to read the books first. And then everybody's had really big feelings. And I'm like, ooh, well,
no, but it's also like the first 6-7 seasons are great. Like, you don't, you know, there's tons of shows that the last season isn't the best, because that's why it ended, is because the last season isn't the best. So it's like, I'm never, ever going to scare people away. The only reasons I read the book is because I watched the show and it was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, I did the same thing with it. This always gets brought up. I did the same thing with Heated Rivalry. I only read the books because I watched the show and I wanted more. So I am usually a book first person too. But you know what? I don't think people need to be that way, because I think you can enjoy the show more if you watch the show first. Especially when you're someone who likes adaptations. You know, like if I had never read Bridgerton, I probably would love that show so much more. It's only because I read those books 20 years ago that I, have to stick with those. Like, I'm not going to all of a sudden change my mind. So with Outlander, I have plenty of my friends and recap watchers who they like read each book as the season came out, or read a book and then watch that season of the show. When we were doing the book club 2 years ago, that's what a lot of people were doing. At least 5 to 10 people who were talking about it. As we did one book club, they then watched that season of the show, which is a great way to do it too. Because then you don't have to commit. Because be honest, are you going to read 9 800-page books in a year, like, so that you can do it? Probably not.
In a year, no.
Yeah.
Would I eventually? Probably.
Right.
I mean, I've read the whole Wheel of Time series, so like I'll finish it. It just won't be like back to back to back, because you need a break sometimes. Yeah. I actually haven't watched Heated Rivalry, and I haven't read it either, and I might be like,
don't read it.
People who haven't, don't read it. Watch it first. Okay.
Watch it first. I say that in my recap.
To convince me, she's like, no, like you need to watch it first, and she
watch
did
it first.
The show, and then she did the books. So I was like,
100%. Listen, I said that in my thing. Like with Outlander, I understand if you want to read the books first, and that's fine. Yeah. I'm just saying at this point, there's 8 you have to. If there was still just 1, I would say read the book first and then watch it. Right?
Yeah, there's not though.
I rarely know anyone who had read the books first for Heated Rivalry who's like, read the books first. Like, just don't. Like, you don't need to. Watch the show first. It's only 6 episodes. It'll take like 4.5 hours because they're not even full episodes. And then when you get to the end of that and are like, oh my God, I want to know what happens next because we have to wait, then you can read the books. And you can honestly read books 1, 2, and 6, or 2 and 6. You don't need to read all the in between because they aren't even touched on. And I never say this. Like, you're listening to me say this, okay? I would always say.
So, yeah.
This is why consistency is key, because then if you change it up, people believe you, right? People believe you.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I personally, at this point, feel that the book complements the show. That's how I feel about it.
Okay.
Because Jacob Tierney took the books and he elevated them. And that is not degrading Rachel Reed. She was doing a specific job with her books, and they're fucking great. But they're not Tal Bauer romance, Like, they're not that kind of romance. And the show is a Tal Bauer romance. Okay? You feel me?
Yes, I feel you. I will watch the show first, and then if I feel like I need more, which I hear I probably will, I will then move to the books. I am just about to start, speaking of Tal Bauer, I'm about to start The Fall.
Yeah.
The name of it. Listen, have you read that one yet?
No, it's 800 fucking pages.
10 pages?
Yeah. I don't have time, man.
I was like, no, this is like such a good book. And I'm like, but for 810 pages. And I don't think it has an audio either. I'm like, what incarnation?
Well, most of his don't. He only has it for a couple of them.
Yeah.
Because I want to read more of his and I wish there was more audios. Like, You and Me doesn't even have a fucking audio, I don't think.
I don't know. It doesn't. The Fall is
because
so good.
a lot of my friends.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people did. And like, I know that it was good. I saw people be excited about it, but I've been, and you know this, you watch me, like, the only I've had time for is reading fanfic of Heated Rivalry. So
yes.
I haven't read any other MM romance besides them. I've only been reading that. And so if I even look at another MM, I'm like, or I could read another fanfic, or I could read another fanfic, or I could read another fanfic. I keep showing this to everyone. I keep showing this to everyone. This is my Tetris. Every single green one is a fanfic that I read this year.
That's impressive.
And except for one of them, which was a Pansy and Neville fic, all of these are Holonaut fics. All of them, except one. So.
Dang.
Yeah. All right. It's the same thing that happened when I got into Dramini, to be fair, but I didn't just read Dramini. I read like all the things there. Yeah. And with Holonaut, that is literally all I've been reading. Like when I lay in bed at night, I'm like, oh, let me read another one of these. After I finish Death at 2 a.m., I started the next fanfic on my list that I read, because I was like, oh, I don't want to start another book. Let me start a fanfic. That's not the same thing.
No, I love how we justify things in our head. We're like, oh, well, I could, but I could go back and do this. Or I do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I'll wait till tomorrow and then I'll do it. But no, there's just, that show is perfect. Heated Rivalry is perfect. And it is better, but yet not, because it has exact things. Like he didn't change it and make it brand new. It's just interpretation is very big deal. And then I say this for comparison. So to me, season 1 of Outlander is as good as, like, for comparison game, is as good as Heated Rivalry season 1 for adaptation wise. Outlander didn't stay that way because it has a shit ton more going on. But in my opinion, the first season of Outlander is almost perfectly adapted to the same level of, like, the stuff that was cut. Like, there's certain characters who are cut because there's 500 characters in there.
Yeah.
But that is the reason why I love Outlander so much, is they started at such a high bar of adaptation, and it hasn't been able to stay like that. But to me, Heated Rivalry does that. It's so fucking good.
That's what everybody, like, I had my friend who's trying to get me to watch it. She watched it and she goes, and then I just started it again. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, yes, bitch. Oh, yes. I only let myself watch it once a month now, because otherwise it's all I would do. Like, I literally build myself up to being like, okay, this is your rewatch, so pay attention. And I only let myself watch it once a month, because I can't, because I would have it on all the time. It's so good. And it's again, what everyone says, you can't be on your phone when you're watching it. You can't be reading while you're watching it. I can barely even crochet while I watch it, because I'm, like, locked in on it. And nobody makes TV like that anymore. They don't make it so that you can't look away, because they know people won't watch it if you make it too complicated. And you have to watch everything. You can't be distracted. So also, when I rewatch it, I can't have anything else to do. And as you know, I always have stuff to be writing in or doing.
Yeah.
And I can't, even this far in, even though I've watched it 10 times maybe, I can't annotate and watch it like I can do with, put on a Criminal Minds or a podcast, and I'll have that in the background while I'm reading. Can't do it. So.
I am interested to see how the off-campus adaptation goes as well.
Yeah,
just because
I'm excited for it.
Beloved, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of, like, those OG series, and I mean, there's a literal iPod in that series. If you go back and read the deal, it's so funny to me. But no, I am interested to see how the adaptation goes for it as well.
Yeah, I think with this, there's two possibilities. Well, there's always two possibilities. People like it or they don't. But I think there's room to improve the deal. Controversial opinion, but rereading that to do some pull quotes and stuff for my page, and I was like, ooh, this is awkward, or like, ooh, that's a bit like, there's definitely room to improve it. And I love the deal. Love it. But that has room for improvement. And so that's why I think that it works, because if they, and they will, when they change certain things and adapt them, the fans, I'm not going to be pissed. Like, unless they straight up made the character 100% different, which I don't think they have, I'm not going to be mad that they've changed some dialogue or that they change a situation or whatever. You know, I don't need to see Garrett fucking someone else in it. I don't need all that stuff to be accurate. Like, there are things they can change, and I'll be like, good choice. Yep, good choice. Like, those are things you can do. Mm-hmm. Yep. And there aren't a lot of books where people will just be like happy that you've changed things. And I think that is one that people will be okay with it. Also, I'm actually like super bummed, and this is how Heated Rivalries changed me. Not in comparing, people are going to compare them. I'm not comparing them just because they're hockey. They're dropping all the episodes at once, and I don't want them to do that. I'm really upset, actually, that they're doing that. I think it's a mistake.
I didn't know they were doing a...
Elle Kennedy just shared it. They're dropping all 8 at once.
I don't like that.
Me neither. And all the people are like, yay, I get to binge it, yay! And I'm like, it's a mistake. It's a mistake. It's a mistake. I'm just saying.
Like, where's the tension and the wait for that next episode, and maybe they change something and then we don't know how it's going to end up. Like, no, I don't like that.
No.
Even Amazon went to the point that they weren't dropping the full season at one time.
This is Amazon, though.
Dang, that is weird, though, because for Jack Ryan, because I watch Jack Ryan faithfully, they didn't drop full seasons. And then for Alex Cross, they didn't drop full seasons. Like, that's so weird that for this one, they're like, you know what? Here's all 8 episodes.
Well, here's the thing it goes back to. Like, they don't understand what made Heated Rivalry work. Because they absolutely had the time to change this since then. Okay?
For sure.
It came out in November. Okay? And what Jacob Tierney showed us was the cliffhanger again. Bring back the cliffhanger. Bring back the conversation that lasts for a whole week. Bring back the speculation. Bring back letting people be caught up to a single episode and then talking about it. You're going to dump all of the episodes late. Those of us who want to recap and review each episode, like I was planning to recap and do each episode. Well, now I'm not gonna, because I mean, maybe I'll break it into 2, but like, I kind of got to watch all of it and talk about it. If you want to be relevant, you have to drop it all at once. I mean, maybe I don't have to do that, because with Bridgerton way back when, they dropped all of that at once, and I still made a different I made a different one for each. But that's so much work. It's not that I can't. It's that is exhausting. If you have to drop review of each one, like all as fast as you can go. So anyway, they didn't learn what made that successful. It was the tension. It was the build. It was the giving us just a little bit of information that we can then rewatch that one episode 5 times before we go on to the next one. Now, if there's an episode that people don't love it, they will just skip it and not skip it the first time, but they won't rewatch it. Yeah. In Heated Rivalry, there's an episode that not everybody loves. And we still had to watch that episode 5 times before we could get the next one, because it was the last one that came out, right? Some people love the episode. I am someone who loved the episode. But like, if you drop it all at once and there ends up being a dud episode, or one that people don't like, you're shortchanging people. Like, part of what made this so crazy was the rewatch ability that people had with it. Mm-hmm. The fact that every single second of the show counted, because he only had 6 episodes of it. 8 episodes I'm super excited for that. Like, wow, that's going to feel like so many after just having 6 episodes of a show that I like.
Yep, absolutely.
But I was sure that they were going to do like double episode drops, because I heard it was 8 and I was like, oh, well, they could drop 2 each week. Yeah, stretch it out for a month at least. But no, they're dropping all 8. on the 13th. And of course people are happy. We're greedy bitches. We do want all of it. But making people wait for it was a huge part of it. And it made the conversation last for 5 whole weeks. With Off Campus, I'm sure there'll be buzz, but like, we're still talking about Heated Rivalry 7 months later, 5 months, 6 months later. Off Campus, which already was going to suffer from comparison, even though it's not fair, they're completely different things, all of the things. People are going to feel underwhelmed by the fact you're giving us 8 episodes at once. Because it's like, do you think it couldn't stand up to being like appointment television, which is what Heated Rivalry was. On Christmas fucking night, I left my family downstairs to go up and watch it when it dropped at 11 p.m. in my childhood bedroom with headphones on my phone because I forgot my damn tablet. I was so angry at myself. On Christmas night, I watched the Cottage episode in my childhood bedroom. Okay. Like that is a lightning in a bottle thing that like, I mean, that's the same way I am with Outlander too, where when those drop at 11 p.m., I am sat and I am watching it and everything else can go. You drop 8 episodes where people can't hope to watch it all at once anyway. People will, they still will, but you prolong, you delay the conversation because there'll be people not wanting spoilers because they weren't able to watch it all. It's during a work week. So there's going to be people not able to like get to it right away. So I think it's a work week. Is it on a Friday or a Thursday? Maybe it is on a...
It could be on a Friday.
I think it's on a Wednesday. Yeah, it's on a Wednesday. It drops on a Wednesday.
Yeah,
so yeah, like and it's still during the school. So anyway, there's just a lot of issues that they can act like, oh, it's no big deal. But I'm like, these were all a bunch of little decisions that were made by Crave and Jacob Tierney that made, like, he always said this is going to be a week by week thing. He said that from the beginning. He made cliffhangers like you would need to wait a week. So anyway, that's my hot take on that, which is not a hot take. People agree with me, but Elle Kennedy posted people will get all of it. And of course, everyone's not going to say rude shit to her, but I was like, ooh, that's a mistake. It's a mistake.
Because if you think back to the things that like I remember like very vividly like watching, like I was a huge Sons of Anarchy girly, and that week to week was brutal. Right?
Walking Dead.
The Vampire Diaries, when we were all like in the heat of like the Team Stefan, the Team Damon type situation, and like waiting those cliffhangers they left us on, and we were all like screaming and gifing and on our Tumblrs, like losing our minds about this show.
Yeah.
And like now it's just like here's the whole thing, and it's like, okay, cool, yeah, we like a binge, but at the same time, like you said, you lose that ability to like build up to the next episode for like those 7 days. Or those 6 days, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. But to my answer, too, I'm like, you said they dropped weekly episodes for some other shows. They just don't respect romance in that. They don't think that this can do the same thing that Heated Rivalry did. And again, it is completely different. You may not have the same things, but you're not even giving it a chance to build that by dumping it all at once, by not even doing a drop 2 episodes every week or even splitting it in half. Like, they don't trust that people will be that hyped about it. And I think it's a mistake because sure, you will always have people who are like, I'm going to wait till it's all out before I watch it. You will always have those people.
Always.
It doesn't matter. But you'll also have those people that are like, well, fine, but I'm not hiding my spoilers from you. That's your responsibility to hide from those things. You know, and now you're dropping all 8 episodes and there's going to be people like, there'll be photos from every single episode out. There'll be songs from every episode out. There'll be clips of which ones have a sex scene in them will be out. Like all that stuff is going to be released by the Friday. And there won't be anything to savor over until much later. So that, you know, if only they'd hire me for this shit. Only they'd hire me for this shit.
Or only if they would just realize that like the romance community 9 times out of 10 always shows up for some level of adaptation, and like just give us more credit that like this is something that we want.
Yeah. I didn't even know I didn't even know what I was doing with Heated Robbery. I was just like, oh, it's a romance novel adaptation. And I was bored on Thanksgiving night. And I was like, sure. There was a sale for HBO. HBO had their Black Friday deal that it was $2.99 a month for this whole year. I was like,
Amazing.
Sure, I'll support this. And then I was hooked. So they missed the chance to be appointment television. And that is, whenever you can command that attention, you should. And you didn't. So the romance girlies have funded so much shit, and they still don't trust us. We're used to waiting for stuff. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? We're used to waiting years for stuff. And you're just like, oh, you can't wait 5 seconds. We got to give you all of it at once. And I'm like,
even if you just look at like ACOTAR, how long has everybody waited for the books that are being released? Like, we just waited a whole year for Fury Bound, and we're about to wait a whole another year for the next one.
Yep. So, well, anyway, my laptop is going to die soon. I even have it plugged in, and it can't fight the amount of power that it's sucking. So, I probably got to drop. I don't know if you're doing another one or if you what, but I better pop out. So.
Okay. No, you're good.
Bye, friend. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully.
Yes,
Bye.
You will.
Night.
Night.
No.
Okay, so do we want to do another one, or are we feeling going to bed? I'm just kidding. It's only 8:52 East Coast side, but also too, I do love sleep. So let me know what you're thinking. I need another to finish my book, please. Okay, yeah, no problem. What book are you reading? Mostly because I'm nosy, but also I probably need another one too, since my brother FaceTimed all of us and I didn't read for the last one. So I got you. We can definitely do another one. Oh, I forgot that my headphones weren't connected. King of Obsession. Nice. I am still reading, obviously. Oop, you can't see because I have my background blurred. Hello? Okay, anyways, I'm reading Unholy Vows by Miley Kane. Miley Kane? Mila? Anyways, okay. I am going to flip over to, is it this? Don't like that. We like this. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and hit 45 minutes. Good luck on finishing King of Obsession. And I'll see you guys back here in just a bit. Hello, hello. Now I have to go here. There we go. I was able to finish my read, doing everything with context. How was your reading? It was really good, actually. I'm, let's see, 29% in, and I think that I'm probably going to eat some dinner. So I ate all my meals late today. Eat some dinner, and then I think I'm going to keep reading because it's good. I can't remember the last Mila Kane I read. Oh, I do. It was her Dark Hockey series. So I have it. I think this is her first Mafia I've read. So I'm really enjoying it. I do want to read The Kingpin's Call Girl next, though, now that we talked about it on this live. So maybe I finish this one and I start that one. I don't know. There's just so many books and so little time. You should start The Kingpin's Call Girl next, though. And then report back. Because I do want to know. Because I don't know when I'll get to it. I started a fantasy series before I finished Fury Bound, before I started the Mafia Moments Readathon. So I have to go back because I need answers. No, there's truly never enough time. And people keep publishing books every day. I have so many I want to read and so many new releases coming out. Like, it's a good problem to have, though. Like, I'm not mad about it. It just really has never enough time. I'm listening to Obsession of Mine by Anna. I feel like I've heard of this author, but I have not read any of their books. Like I said, never ending TBR. Bury me next to my TBR or with my TBR. All right, besties, that's it for me tonight. Like I said, I'm going to go grab some dinner, and then the pup and I are going to snuggle up so I can finish my book. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. And hopefully we'll see some of you at the live show tomorrow. It's a Tormented. Okay, yes, I have heard of that. And it is on my TBR. It is. What can I say? But yes, I'm going to go, like I said, snuggle. We hope to see you tomorrow for our wrap-up show. I'm hoping to make it as well. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and happy reading if you're going to continue reading your Mafia books tonight. Bye.